Welcome back to Expedition 33. I'm Akanar, and this is episode 43, where last time we got our introduction to Simon. Simon! Oh boy. Oh my gosh. What do we say about Simon? Other than that I thought we had him. Gosh dang it. I thought we had him, and then all of a sudden... Soulmaster! Surprise! Oh man. Guardian Ape. They got me good, man. They got me good. And we're going to be resuming our battle against Simon eventually, but not today. We're going to do something else today. We're going to not tear our hair out over an insanely difficult boss fight. Not today. We're going to relax a little bit, which means we're going to turn our enemy life multiplier down to 0. We had it at 20 going against Simon, which actually felt reasonable if we were only dealing with the one phase that I was aware of. Now that we know there's more to this fight, just a little bit more, just a teeny tiny bit. We will not be doing this fight at 20%, 20%, 20 times. Well, maybe we will. I don't know. We definitely won't be using it when we try to get back to the second phase, but that will be for another day. For now, we're gonna go back to the continent and do some other stuff. What are we gonna do instead? We're not heading to Lumiere just yet. I think we want to conclude our business with Simon before we make our way back to deal with dear old dad. But we'll see. The Simon fight might be it's obviously a tough one. It's obviously one of the toughest that we have faced. And we'll see. We'll see if we are equipped for it. Renoir's drafts. So that's... Oh, yeah, okay. So when you exit Renoir's drafts, it drops you off right here. Got it. Okay, so what we're going to do instead... We've got some various loose ends to deal with. One of them is we do have a gestural merchant that was inside Renoir's drafts. We might give that fight another try at some point here. But we also have audio logs or journals that we're trying to collect. And I have received some guidance about logs that are not going to be on our main path. We have our main path that we have thought about doing, that we have planned. We have Renoir's drafts, Lumiere, and then presumably Verso's drafts. Although I am, after we ran into Simon and got our butts handed to us, at least in the second phase, I'm a little worried about what's going to be waiting for us in Verso's drafts. So I don't know, guys. We'll see. We shall see. But there are audio logs that, obviously there's one there at Simon's place, or Simon's fight. There are audio logs that are waiting to be found by us along the main route, but there are also a few audio logs that we've missed, and one of them apparently is here in Old Lumiere. I've received some guidance as to where to find some hidden audio logs, although I haven't been told exactly where, except I think I just found it. How in the world did I never go over and explore this side of the map? How did I not? We finished Old Lumiere. We had the business with the Foe family. The fight against Renoir. Renoir took out Orinoco. And then I just never went over here. Was this... I think this path must have been blocked initially. Because I feel like I came over in this direction once, but then... I don't remember this open path being here like this. So, okay, alright. Presumably this is, since we're in Old Lumiere here, the Nevron that's guarding this chroma, question mark, I presume is going to be a pretty easy, straightforward, and I'm fine with that. An easy, straightforward fight. I'm okay with us having pushover fights today. Not every day in Expedition 33 has to be one where you are having to do a battle to the death. 20 times life multipliers and all that stuff. I like the challenge, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Ow, wow.
Okay, Minoko is way more excited than he should be about a chroma pickup, but we do have an audio log. And it's next to, as it often is, a couple dead expedition members. But also we now have a little more story, perhaps, to these massive glowing swords that are everywhere. Although maybe this audio log will give us a little bit more. I don't think we know exactly where the giant swords come from, but we know that they're connected to Simon in some way. Right? Do we know that for sure, or was I just assuming that because the dude wields a giant-ass sword on his back? And we do know, we got the blurb that he was the one who killed the Axon here in Old Lumiere, which maybe we should go take another look at. But before we do that, let's listen to this audio log. 42.
Expedition 42. It's been 2 weeks, and still no word from Freya or Olivier. They've never missed a check-in before, no matter how exciting their find. Oh, my friends, I hope the end was swift. The grandest exhibit is likely our last, but as Olivier would say, it is also our grandest. I wish you were here, making that joke for the 1000th time. I'm proud of our work. We've pieced together so much. I just wish we had more time. The Gommage is still a few months away. Perhaps I can make one last trek. If you're reading this, my unknown future friend, I hope the information we've gathered helps you find answers. We've done what we could, in the hopes that you will prevail. Tomorrow comes.
What exactly did they figure out? We've pieced together so much. You might have thought about explaining some of that in this audio log. What have you pieced together? But I guess you have limited recording time, perhaps. And also, you can't tell everything to the player right away, because presumably, if we were supposed to find this, you know, well in the middle of Act 2 still, then there's really not too much that could be. You don't want to spoil things too soon. Okay, we do not know what happened to Freya or Olivier unless, well, no, this would not be them, would it? This would be Armand. Here, I don't know. Interesting. It is interesting, though, that they, you know, a lot of expeditions were, you know, they weren't necessarily all slaughtered right away, or most of them slaughtered right away, like what happened with our expedition. Maybe that was the fate of a lot of them. Maybe Renoir was often there, the doppelganger, often there on the beach to immediately dispatch with the new arrivals. But there were other expeditions that survived much longer. There's also a paint cage over here. What the hell? There were other expeditions that survived, you know, until their Gommage, presumably. This is hilarious, though. Like, where in the world? I feel like this part of the level was not accessible. I do not. This is a wide open space that I feel like for sure I would have seen at least one of these two paths before we exited here, but I have missed things before, guys. Plenty have I missed, so I wouldn't put it past myself at all.
Time to bleed.
But at least we're here now. We got a nice. The excuse of looking for an audio log has also brought us back to find a paint cage that we missed. Let's just get you out here so you're not bugging me. It's kind of nice to be able to one-shot some enemies, though. It's kind of nice. It is one thing that every so often reaping the benefits of having massively over-leveled your competition. Out-leveled. I should change up my party, actually. I gave Mael another level here, but we should be giving these levels to Lune and Verso. They need them. They're lagging, especially Verso. Verso's like, guys, you forgot about me. What am I? I was trying to think of something more clever than chopped liver, but this massive half of a building over here. This might be the other half of the building that it was separated from over there. Oh, this is an orange legendary glow for an item. Is this a weapon? It is a new weapon. A level 10 weapon. Redalim. Lune. Man, Lune has so many weapons. Do you think we could spread out some of the love here to our buddy Minoko? Give him a little bit more variety. Healing skills generate 1 additional light stain. Generate 1 ice stain at the beginning of each turn. Replay instantly on consuming stains with a healing skill. That's pretty cool. So there's quite a few options in the game to let you cheat an extra turn. Not just the cheater Pictos. And also we have Verso's weapon that does the same effect. An entire area over here that I just missed. How could I miss the color of Lumina that's been waiting for us this whole time? I had no idea that our jaunt over to Old Lumiere was going to be so fruitful. It really is kind of just mind-blowing how massive this game is. I feel like I got the wrong idea about the game. So, somehow I think after Elden Ring, which was just massive, doesn't even come close to describing it, but after the time that it took our Elden Ring playthrough to reach its maturation, somebody in some comment somewhere had said something about, oh, you'll enjoy Expedition 33. It'll be a much shorter adventure. Now, in comparison to Elden Ring, it probably will be still a shorter adventure, but it's not a small game. It ain't that. Oh, wow, we're really, oh my god. Way up. I feel like this will inevitably connect back to somewhere we've been. And I think some of this we must have seen. Like over here, right? That's where... I kind of want to, for just a second, do photo mode. And just scout. Scout just a bit. Because I want to see, where is the Axon from here? Here it is. And that's one of Simon's swords. Oh. Oh, this is really interesting, isn't it? Because I don't think I'd seen before that this Axon also is wearing suspenders. Just like the Axon in Renoir's drafts. Now, this one doesn't have the insanely long hair. I had started to get the idea that somehow that Axon might be the one with long hair in Renoir's drafts that we see. Could that be connected to Simon? Simon also has the Fabio hair. This one is like, his head is gold. Almost like it's been... Isn't that... We see kind of a gold effect like with Clea, her doppelganger, that had been painted over by the real Clea. Didn't it kind of have a similar gold texturing? But it wasn't all gold. It was like pale mixed with gold. But also, is this really the Axon that we've seen before in Old Lumiere? I thought there was another one that actually did have hair. And that was like closer to, like this is out here where you can't explore. You can't, the player can't go here. So, but we were clearly in a part of the game previously, the start of the level where there is. I thought for sure that the Axon looked different than that. But now I'm not sure. Because I don't know exactly where we've been and where we have it. Okay, let's exit. Or actually, I will take a... I gotta take at least one screenshot of this. Because this is such a cool... Such a cool image. And vantage point. I gotta at least do a little bit. What else is photo mode for, if not... getting some cool-ass wallpapers, you know? Also, I forgot how beautiful the piano is here. Is this where we came up? I think so. And now we're going over... Is there anything up here? I actually... Oh, okay, I can go this way. Although I don't think I'm supposed to. At least not... I think it wants me to go down. That's what it's letting me do. Haven't been here before.
Perfect.
Chroma. Did we find, like, old Lumiere? The undiscovered, lost section. Old Lumiere. Why is there a... Why was there a rope there? Oh, the rope goes down below. I see. Okay. I thought the rope was coming up here. I was like, why did they leave handholds as well? Surely some of this we've explored previously, haven't we? Like, I'm not crazy, am I? More handholds going up. Because now maybe this is the part of the level that we explored before. We were down below, but we couldn't reach here until we got all the way to the end and did this circuitous route. I'm so confused. I honestly don't recognize any of this, but it has been a long time since we were here. I think that we might be just above the start of the level.
Perfect.
Healing death. On death, the rest of the expedition recovers all health. It's alright. It's alright, but it also implies that you're dying. Which is not good. There's a gestural merchant there. God damn, guys. Oh, this is so funny. Now, maybe it's a merchant that we've already found. I don't know, because this is starting to feel like maybe we've been here before. The part that's below us, at least. Because I feel like I do remember... See, my memory... I could have sworn that the Axon was over in this direction before, but I must be just completely misremembering things. But I feel like I do distinctly remember there being a Chevalier up here. I think that's what they're called. As we were entering the level down here. And this is where the building, we get the cutscene, and the building caves in and the parties are separated. And I was like, how do we get up there? Now I know. So that means we've probably talked to this merchant then. I think I remember this guy. This place is an absolute wreck, but it's also pretty wicked. And we did buy a bunch of stuff from you. Okay. Cool. Stay on your toes. Yeah, you never know what you might miss. You never know. Okay, well, feel free to let me know if I missed anything else in Old Lumiere. And don't hesitate to give very specific directions, because now this place is... I've been through here a couple times now, but I still don't really remember the place that much, or that well. Certainly not well enough to know that I've overlooked an entire section that had a paint gauge and an audio log and everything like that. But that's cool. That's cool. This is why I even backtracked this area once. We had the chromatic down there. I do remember that. And that's where I thought maybe there was the audio log was down there. I just hadn't explored that area well enough. I think we've got it all, but I can't say for certain. Feel free to let me know. We're gonna go back to the continent though. And the next area that I have been nudged towards is the fountain. The fountain, which I believe is to the southeast. By the way, there was I did read the comment by, I think it was Chaos the Salamander, who left the comment that was giving me journal nudges in a very subtle, manner, trying to give me some riddles to ponder. And unfortunately, I had already gotten a list that was much more explicit. So thank you for putting in the effort there to give me the more, the usually more preferred subtle direction. I appreciate the subtle hints, but I think in this case, well, I had already read the more direct guidance, and I think I'm also happy to have the direct guidance for this task. Not all tasks need to be ones that involve puzzle solving or riddle solving. Some of them can just be, hey, you know what? Go check out this place that you've never been to before. Which I think is over here. Is this the fountain? It is. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right. The comment said that there was going to be a sprung corpse visible. For some reason, I read the comment as you're going to be able to see where you killed the sprung from here. But that's not what was meant. There is actually a sprung corpse right here. I don't think we've ever actually been in the fountain. For all I know, it's just like a single, like, stationary camera level. No stationary camera, but... well, I don't know. I don't know how small this is. Some zones can be deceiving. I was like, there's not much to this area, but there's a path, I think. There might be... oh, and there's a sign as well. Port de Lumiere. Tour Eiffel? Is it supposed to be tower? Is that like tower in French? Or does it actually just mean tour? We've got a tree kind of similar to Spring Meadows. Trying to parse the details of the environment here to the extent that they can be parsed, but there's no path over here, which is what my mind had initially told me. The path is on this side, and apparently it's the Tour Eiffel. I don't know how you say it in French.
Watch out. Is it looking for a fight?
Okay, couple things. First of all, the floating monocle in our foreground here. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. I was in the process of turning my head to look in this direction, and then I got was it Verso saying, look out? And I think Verso saying look out scared me more than the sight of a pale Nevron. Which I think it's a pale Nevron that we can talk to. Yeah. Because it's like all the other pale Nevrons that we've been able to talk to. But, and this one is not, at least at first glance, looking for a fight. I think we have the option to fight it, like we have all the others, but I passed up that option. I also do see the journal over there. But let's talk to the pale Nevron first. It's a really cool... This is a really cool looking... You've got inside the purple aura in here, which is very cool. Let's see if we can get a good angle here in the photo mode. Also, this is wild seeing more like Old Lumiere style buildings, but you've got the vines. It's not even vines. It's like a whole ass tree that's grown up around it. Aha! And then you have the dead sprung. I was wondering if the dead sprung was going to be in here, and sure enough, there it is. Oh, is there an item there as well? Okay, there's, I think, a color lumina in here that I didn't see at first. So, and this Nevron is right here looking at the dead sprung? Question mark? This angle. It almost looks like a statue, to be honest. He kind of has like a statue look to him. And you've got the fountain in the background. It almost makes me think of like a scene out of The Witness. If you played that game, there's a certain area in that game where you've got a bunch of statues. Just for whatever reason reminds me of that area. Let's go ahead and screenshot. Okay, let's talk. Blanche. Okay. I mean, that is a descriptive name. Name describing appearance. Checks out. You, the ones who conquered the monolith. And bested she, who claimed this painting as her own. Mistress shall be pleased to hear of your feat. Oh, mistress. Mistress. We've reviewed recently the Fading People's dialogue, and I believe I came to the conclusion that they are the Fading family. Maybe, perhaps the actual real-life Renoir versus Clea. But I'm not exactly sure how that works, because I'm getting off track. The Fading family is not important. What I was thinking of was reviewing various characters' dialogue throughout the game, because I thought back to one of the other Pale Nevrons. I want to say it was the Pale Burgeon. Maybe we could even go talk to that Burgeon, because it's kind of close by, and I think it repeats its dialogue. But doesn't it mention a mistress? I think one of the other Pale Nevrons mentioned a mistress, but I thought at the time it was a reference to the paintress. This dialogue seems to contradict that, or at least he explicitly refers to the paintress, but then in the other instance says, the mistress shall be pleased that you bested her who claimed the painting as her own. Mistress might be Clea. Mistress might be Clea. We also know that Clea jumped in to res Simon and bring him back. And she said, my love. How is she connected to Simon? That is a mystery that must be solved eventually, but right now, mistress shall be pleased to hear of your feat. Now, one cannot stay ignorant to the consequences of your triumph. What will happen to the canvas? What will happen to the canvas? Well, I mean, we're gonna stop Renoir from destroying the canvas. That is for sure what's gonna happen, right? Unless there's some other big twist that happens. I wouldn't put it past him. Some other big twist that when we're right on the verge of defeating Renoir, all of a sudden we learn that we're not actually in a canvas, and this is actually real life, and the outside of the canvas is the canvas. I don't know. Some upside down plot twist sort of thing. Impossible. What you aim to do is unachievable. So the fact that he refers to mistress, if Clea is the mistress, then he's kind of on the side of Clea, isn't he? Does that mean that the Pale Nevrons in general are Clea's creations? Has she painted over some of the Nevrons? She's the one who's made them pale and given them some sort of sentience? Or is it the other way around? Is she peeling back the paint that was put there by Aline. Yeah, I have in my mind that Aline created the Nevrons, but maybe, what if the Nevrons were not created by Aline? What if they were created by Verso, perhaps? And Aline painted over these creations, these pale creations of Verso, the Nevrons, and made them her own, I don't know, slaves to do her bidding and attack the expeditions, keep them from reaching the monolith. Blanche goes on, but I commend your determination. Mistress afflicted me with a similar quality. Wait, what was the quality? The quality of... Let's just see what he says. We who are her creations, we share the same duty. To hasten a resolution to their conflict by removing their powers of destruction, by keeping Chroma from their grasp. This is really illuminating dialogue. Potentially. And I'm not taking notes right this second, but I'm gonna take notes of this when I edit this. And I may want to go back and check some of the other pale Nevrons. I think some of you have mentioned that it might be worthwhile doing, but there's only so much time in a day, you know. There's only so much time to try to get around to these things. We are, but this is so fascinating. We who are her creations, the paintress, right? So you were created by the paintress, I think, unless he's referring to Clea. But then he goes on to say, to hasten a resolution to their conflict by removing their powers of destruction. Is this capital T there? Is he referring to Clea and Renoir? Removing their powers of destruction. That seems who he's referring to. Their powers of destruction would seem to be a reference to Clea and Renoir. They're trying to destroy what's in the canvas by keeping Chroma from their grasp. So it sounds like he was created by the paintress. But I was assigned an additional duty. Incomplete, unfinished creations brought to life by the hand of the mistress. I was painted to neutralize them. So Clea is creating, or is taking, like, these unused or incomplete Nevrons, and Clea is fashioning them into something for her own purposes. But he was then created to neutralize those creations of Clea. Am I getting that right? This is a bit confusing, so I'll need to review this for sure, but this is really, really cool. Fascinating. Why would your mistress want that, we ask? Their existence is proof of my mistress's failures, and for that reason I was to erase them. But I could not. Painted by the same brush, cut from the same cloth, seeing their pitiful state, I simply could not. He didn't have the heart. But you helped them. Many of them are back on their feet thanks to you. So he is talking about the pale Nevrons. And we have been helping them. And we haven't been killing them. Are we actually getting, like, a payoff now? Or some sort of, you know, could this character's dialogue be different if we had chosen the other route and decided to attack and defeat each of those pale Nevrons along the way, instead of just putting them back on their feet? You have shown them mercy. You chose the way of kindness. That's exactly what's happening here, isn't it? Often have I thought it wrong to hope. For too long, I roamed the world. I thought the duty assigned to me to be cruel. Even when I settled on a new purpose, it soon revealed itself to be impossible as well. And so I wandered. Little by little, I lost myself in thoughts of darkness as I noticed the world around me. I then learned the truth. Oh, did he not realize before this that he's actually... You are one of them. Expeditioners, you have helped so many of us. Kindly accept this. May you continue to help those who have strayed from their path. Ah, this is so cool, man. I am so happy right now. I'm so excited about this because I was kind of feeling a little, not like a sucker per se, but I was like, man, are we missing out on something by not attacking these pale Nevrons? Like, it doesn't seem like there's anything that's happened so far in the game that has, I don't know, rewarded us for taking the path of mercy until right this moment. We do get a reward for it.
Claire.
Your sister created the Nevrons.
Yes. Except for the ones on the Axon Islands.
Why did she make Nevron feet so pointy? I can't polish them without poking myself. It's terribly inconvenient.
Yes. Quite annoying.
Okay, what the hell? What in the world? That... Okay. Whoa. They just dropped... So, on the one hand, we get 100 color of Lumina. Wow. Which I kind of needed because our color of Lumina was starting to get depleted a bit. Just here, take 100. Have 100 of them. But then they dropped this massive... Clea created the Nevrons. But that is what this character was just saying, right? Except I think I might have been just a little bit unsure or confused because he was saying mistress and her. I really need to see this dialogue again. But that is what was... Huh. I guess I thought that she created the pale Nevrons, but maybe that's not the case. Maybe the Nevrons were all pale to begin with, and it actually wasn't the paintress per se that created the Nevrons, or made them, or turned them from pale to painted. It was Clea who did it. See, now I need to reread that whole sequence to square myself away. Because the expeditioners filled in the blanks for me. Oh, so it was Clea who created the Nevrons. I was so confused, but thanks for clearing that up, guys. Thanks for clearing that up. So it was Clea who created the Nevrons. But they were sort of Nevrons, or they were creations in the canvas already, I think. She didn't create them out of thin air. Or out of thin chroma, whatever you call it. Trying to wrap my head around this. This is really, really cool. I'm so glad we're doing. This is turning out to be so much more fruitful than simply a couple journals that we're rounding up. Blanche says, "Be on your way. Pay me no mind. You won't try to stop us? Only an unappreciative fool would try to stop you. We, the unfinished, we are grateful." Huh. We, the unfinished. We still have the option, even in the case of Blanche, to attack. Maybe on like a New Game Plus or something. I might try to attack the unfinished. But not now, man. We've chosen our path. We ain't doing that. Not on this playthrough. Especially not after the guy gave me a 100 color of Lumina. There's 101. Wow. Nuts, dude. Is there actually... Okay, there's no... I thought, is there a path over here to some other boss arena? No. Just another 4 expedition member run through. Skewered.
Yasmin.
84.
Monolith year 84. My favorite theory is that she's some crazy demonic maths teacher. And this is our punishment for failing at numbers.
Oh, God.
A load of superstitious hysteria. But at least we're here now. It's worth it just to walk these valleys. I've barely seen a meadow since Lady Genocide and her poison smoke took up residence. And the sky. I feel almost naked without the dome above us. We're so exposed, but it's thrilling too. We landed at the exact spot where Expedition Zero touched ground and retraced their route. But there's not a single scrap of cloth or body anywhere. Bloody hell, we're out here chasing shadows. 15-year-old shadows. I'm glad we restarted the expeditions. But how the hell are we supposed to find them? No trail could last 15 years.
I'm glad we restarted the expeditions. That's a curious line because it kind of suggests, because now we're at the bottom of the list. This is where the list stops. We have Julie and then Simon, but we have no other expedition logs beyond 84. I wonder, did they, after Expedition 0, and maybe there was like an Expedition 99, but those two failed. And for reasons that we're maybe a little bit familiar with, we know that Verso was involved with them in some way. And one way or the other, he was not leading them the way that they thought, which is what we get in Julie's. Right, she sees that he actually dies. Right, he dies somehow during their landing. But then he shows up later alive. So, and we know that Renoir was there as well. I think they're lying about what happened to Expedition 0. So does this mean that Julie was part of Expedition 99? And then after, like, these expeditions set out, but then they don't return to Lumiere. Right? So maybe after Expedition 0, Expedition 99, nobody returns. No word, no nothing. Maybe the Lumiere folks said, you know what? This expedition business, maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe let's put a hiatus on the expeditions. And they did so for like 15 years. But then they're like, you know what? We can't just sit around and let everybody keep getting gamaged. We got to do something. Even if these expeditions aren't a great idea, we don't have a better one. That's really cool. Lady Genocide. Is that a reference to the Paintress? Her poison smoke. I've barely seen a meadow since Lady Genocide and her poison smoke took up residence. What is this Lady Genocide? Is it doesn't feel like it's a reference to the Paintress, because what is poison smoke? Lady Genocide and poison smoke. Is that a boss? Are we going to be facing off against Lady Genocide? Or maybe that's a reference to Clea. I wonder if that's Clea. Because maybe she's like, what they think is poison smoke is really like destructive chroma that annihilates them. But I've barely seen a meadow. That one is curious to me. I feel like it's more important. Like, part of my mind wants to gloss over it because Lady Genocide, I never heard of that. I don't know what that's a reference to, but it feels like it might be more important than my initial instinct to gloss over it. Okay. Huh. That was so cool. So that is the fountain. I really got to review that dialogue from Blanche. I will be doing that when I go through editing. Got to make sense of everything, you know? Trying to make sense of everything. So I guess there goes my theory that Aline created the Nevrons to stop the expeditions. So then I don't quite understand what the motivation would be for Clea to create the... Clea to create the Nevrons. I mean, I guess she's creating them. She's bringing them into existence in order to... I mean, she wants to destroy the canvas, right? So I guess, are the Nevrons actually trying to destroy the Paintress? Like, it feels like the Nevrons are obstacles in our way to get to the Paintress, but maybe it's the other way around.
Hang on tight.
Maybe the Nevrons are theirs, theoretically, to make their way to the monolith and take out the Paintress. I don't know. It feels like it doesn't quite add up. Just, I'm thinking from like a player perspective, right? Because you don't really see the Nevrons going to the monolith. They're just all over the place, and they're always fighting you. So I'm confused. I'm confused. I gotta think it over. The last log nudge that I've got in terms of ones that are off the beaten path is over by the Reacher. There's an area by the Reacher that we haven't explored yet. I believe it's called the Crows. I have seen it down here. Still got a chromatic. One of many chromatics hanging out all over the place that I got to deal with at some point. Maybe some of these chromatics, I'm just going to be like, you know, I'm okay being over-leveled. I don't really want to put you on times 100 health multiplier to make you a fair fight. I'm just gonna go in and one-shot you, maybe. Maybe that's how it's gonna be at the end. We'll see, we'll see. The crows, oh my god. Look at the radioactive crow up here. And the creepy whispers. Why are the crows radioactive? Are they the ones whispering? Oh, and there's a scarecrow here as well, just like we saw in Renoir's drafts. And of course, we're at the base of the Reacher. We're right next to the Reacher. I did not mean to take a screenshot. I meant to exit photo mode. I guess I still have a question about who exactly created the Reacher. We find Alicia at the top, and then there's the Nevron. Maybe we'll get an answer here. Maybe the crows will have an answer for us. A glider. I think we also saw one of these up in the Reacher. This was created by that green orphelin guy as a toy for Alicia. Or was it just the orphelin that built the Reacher? But were the orphelin, if they're also Nevrons, does that mean they were created by Clea? And therefore she instructed them to create the Reacher? There was also a line about the axons. I really, honestly, maybe we should go, maybe I should review the footage. Maybe we should just go and look at the footage. I'm actually going to do that right now. We're going to do a little bit of on-the-spot video review, because I need to look at those dialogue lines that we just had again, because I'm too curious, and I want to, before we jump into another journal here, I want to take the time. So let me quickly pause the recording and set that up. Okay, yeah, so let's go through this Blanche dialogue again, because I want to wrap my head around this. So, the ones who conquered the monolith. Ones who conquered the monolith, mistress shall be pleased to hear of your feat. And mistress is Clea, right? And calling someone mistress, it's like you're serving them, right? So mistress has to be Clea. And that makes sense if Clea is in fact the ones who created the Nevrons. But the question still remains, why are you pale and the rest of the Nevrons aren't? So so we say, we'll stop Renoir from destroying the canvas. Impossible, what you aim to do is unachievable. And then, mistress afflicted me with a similar quality. I think I missed a line here, hold on. But I commend your determination. Okay. I commend your determination. Mistress afflicted me with a similar quality. A quality of determination. See, I thought he might have been referring to the quality of being pale. The quality of determination. We who are her creations. So in this case, her is referring to Clea. We who are her creations, we share the same duty. Oh, to hasten a resolution to their conflict. Oh, the capital T there is not I thought it was a reference to Renoir and Clea being in opposition to Aline. But it sounds like actually it's referring to Aline and Renoir. They're the ones who are in conflict, and all Aline wants is to resolve that conflict. She just wants this conflict to be over and done with. And that's why she created the Nevrons. To hasten a resolution to their conflict by removing their powers of destruction, by keeping Chroma from their grasp. So the purpose of the Nevrons is to keep Chroma away from both Aline and Renoir, because he or she who controls the Chroma controls the canvas. So all these Nevrons contain or have access or protect the Chroma. They protect the Chroma. They keep the Chroma from Aline and Renoir or whoever else wants to get a hold of it. Is that what I'm supposed to take away from this? That sentence reads totally differently given what Mael says at the end. Or Lune and Mael saying that, because I totally misread this. I thought this was talking about the Paintress. Because I kind of had like a pre-assigned theory in my head about the Paintress being the one to create the Nevrons. But I was assigned an additional duty. Incomplete, unfinished creations brought to life by the hands of the mistress. Ah, I was painted to neutralize them. Okay, so she just didn't get around to some of them, right? She started to create these pale Nevrons, but she didn't quite get them finished. And so then Blanche is supposed to come along and neutralize the ones that didn't get finished. Yeah, why would she want that? Their existence is proof of my mistress's failures. And for that reason, I was to erase them. Is it just an ego thing with Clea? It's like, oh, these were my failures. I want to hide those. Was that really it? Painted by the same brush, cut from the same cloth. But you, many of them are back on their feet thanks to you. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. That makes a lot more sense. Then I learned the truth. You are one of them. So he was, yeah, so he was an unfinished creation that was tasked with getting rid of the others of his kind until he finally realized, hey, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to do it anymore. Interesting. And then we get this line, then we get the line from Lune talking about your sisters created the Nevrons.
Yes, except for the ones on the Axon Islands.
Why is that the case? Now that I don't understand, except for the ones on the Axon Islands. Are those created by the Paintress? The Axon Islands, maybe I'll need to review like the dialogue from each of those places. Because we did have maybe it was Renoir, because we run into the fading Renoir in each of those instances, at each of those islands. Could he be the one responsible for painting the Nevrons there? And then we get the pointy feet. The pointy Nevron feet joke. Huh. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the game here. That clears things up a little bit. And I'm glad we did that quick review, because I needed to just kind of wrap my head around that a little bit better. Now we move on. New audio log.
Corin, 34th Expedition. Looks like our elemental focus strategy didn't pay off. Who would have thought some Nevrons would be immune to every element?
Uh-oh.
We have discovered so much, though. I suspect there is a deeper level of chroma beyond what pigtoes enable us to manipulate. The pull of chroma grows as we get closer to the monolith. But thus far, we've been unable to tap into those flows. Maybe Gustav's idea to convert chroma from pigtoes to... what did he call it? Lumina. Maybe that's not so crazy after all.
We finally get Expedition 34's entry. And a reference to our buddy Gustav. The idea to convert chroma from Pictos to Lumina. Lumina. A deeper level of chroma beyond what Pictos enable us to manipulate. they're sort of starting to discover the underlying truth of their world, perhaps. But still, so much is hidden from them. The pull of chroma grows as we get closer to the monolith. Also, an elemental completely immune to every element, Nevron. Is that... Don't tell me that's what's here. I think that might be all there is to this zone. I was a little worried that the Kroos was going to contain some boss fight. But maybe it's hinting at some other boss fight somewhere. A boss who's completely immune to every element. Every element? Can't be immune to void, can it? Now, completely immune. I think we've seen Nevrons who are resistant to all the elements, but the complete immunity in my mind is when they like just absorb the element altogether. So I don't know that we've run into any Nevrons that absorb every single element. Maybe we will. If you keep playing the game long enough, maybe they'll have one of those. Maybe it'll be at the end of the Endless Tower. Talk about an oxymoron. Okay, cool. There is that, getting the log filled out here. The journal is getting closer and closer to completion. Cool, so those were the 3 that I had on my list. Those are the audio logs that I believe the only other audio logs that are outside of our remaining charted course. And a couple of those were really, really, really juicy. The stuff that at the fountain was really, really, I mean, incredibly massive.
Here we go.
Just Clea created the Nevrons, except for the ones on the Nevron Islands. Huh. That's a big one. That's a big one, and I don't fully know what to do with it either. Because I'm confused about who created the ones at the Axon Islands. That's what I want to know. But I also don't want you to tell me. Hopefully we'll find out. Hopefully we will continually get answers as we go. What we're gonna do right now is we are gonna try to find our way back into the manor. I need to remember what's the closest. I know there's one over here, I think, to the east. But I want to go back into the manor because we have something that we've missed there. And I had tried to go looking for it and was unsuccessful on a previous occasion. Oh, do I actually have to land here? I was unsuccessful before, but I did get another set of nudges, or one nudge at least, that was saying... I'd already received a nudge that it's not within one of the rooms. Whatever we missed is not in one of the rooms. But I got a follow-up nudge after we had gone through here, and I was kind of talking to myself some different ideas and possibilities about what might be involved in finding this secret. And the nudge said, you kind of talked about, you kind of mentioned a little bit of what you're supposed to do. You may have referred to the thing that you're supposed to do. And so I went back to check my recording. And what was I talking about? I talked about several things. But the one that stood out to me was I talked about jumping into paintings. I had talked about this painting here that comes out of the lavatory. And I had joked, are we supposed to be jumping into another painting? I think something like that, some offhanded remark. And I wondered, oh, is that the thing that was being referred to? Did I inadvertently refer to jumping into a painting? And is that actually what you're supposed to be doing? Jumping into a painting? A la, you know, Mario 64? Sure enough. Sure enough. That's a sneaky one. I think the other hint, the other nudge was that somebody said it doesn't involve shooting anything, or it doesn't involve shooting any paintings. I don't think it was said with it wasn't the way that the comment read in my mind when I first read it. It wasn't one of those, it doesn't involve shooting any paintings. Maybe the author of that nudge was writing it that way, but I didn't read it that way at first. It wasn't until later when I went back to rewatch my own footage and realized I was talking about jumping into paintings. Then I thought, oh, maybe that comment was written with a little tongue-in-cheek. There are a lot of doggos in this room. This is the hidden Minoko room, eh? How do you feel about this, Mr. Gestural Minoko? That is your, this is your house right here. This is this is where you sleep. I know it's a little cramped. I guess you could sleep over here as well if you want. So many cute doggos. I mean, they're all the same doggo, I presume. Is there even one? That's the one on the desk is not a doggo. It's just a painting of a. Oh, it's a painting of Lumiere. It's the dock on Lumiere. I don't remember there being a lighthouse there though. There probably is one there, and I just overlooked it. Any other details here? Oh, a little pipe. Cool. There's the other. That's what I thought was initially over here on this side. We've seen before the Minoko portrait in many parts of the house. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got? You're really gonna do this to me? We're really, it feels like it happens more often in the manor than other places. But they're not yet. God damn it. It's gotta be a record, right? It has to be a record. But I have so many records that I haven't listened to yet. It's hard to say. If I pause and there it is. No, it's not a record. It's a shape of life. It's a shape of life. We finally have it. Our last tint upgrade. Yo, let's go. Shape of life. Strong revive tint. Baby! We have it. Yes. That feels good. How much do we actually heal for now? How can we tell? Do we have to actually go into battle? I think it's going to make us go into battle, isn't it? I don't think I realized until just now that this manor family canvas shows up in quest items. Huh. Interesting. Well, regardless of how much, I'm guessing it's probably going to give us a full revive. Revive to full life. That's a cool one, if so. That is so cool. Yes. Yes. All right, awesome. Now, I also have to spend a little time looking around for more potential paintings. Any other Mario 64 nonsense that I've overlooked? Probably not. I don't know. I feel like I would have gotten additional nudges if there was more than just the one painting like this to find. And it looks like that is the case. So. Okay, I think we found all there is to find at the manor. And maybe we even unlocked it fully. We're getting a little bit of weird texture. I don't know if it's Z fighting, but something there. Don't look at it. Maybe there's more to unlock in the manor. I don't know if we've... Don't tell me that. If we haven't unlocked every last room... It does kind of feel like all the doors are open. It kind of does feel that way. Are there any doors that we have not opened yet? I think this might be it. But we'll see. Who knows what other... There might be some mysterious bookshelf back entrance that will only be found once we find the last manor passageway in whatever level that is to be found. Maybe there's one in Verso's drafts or something. Cool. Sweet. This is becoming a much more profitable episode than even I was thinking. I was just thinking we're gonna have a little fun here, fooling around, going to a couple different parts of the continent that we haven't been to, not worrying about any devastatingly difficult boss battles, just roaming around, maybe uncover a little bit more of the story. We uncovered like a massive part of the story, and we found an entire just massive section of Old Lumiere that we missed. This has been a very, very fruitful episode. And we're not going to go on too much longer. I don't have as much time today to record as I might normally, but we're gonna do one more thing here. At least we're gonna try our hand at the Gestal Merchant that I was talking about at the beginning. We have the Gestal Merchant in Renoir's drafts, and it's been a little while since Verso has seen some combat, so I did off camera retool his Pictos, his Luminas, just a little bit to make him ready for solo fighting. So let's do just a little bit of that. Even though it's not really a solo fight. God damn it. Although I said before, maybe it's not a solo fight by... Maybe it's not the Gestral's wishes. Maybe he's actually being held hostage by the Nevrons there. Yeah, he might not be the one. He might not be the one who is making the choice as to whether he gets to fight or not. Let's clear out this group real quick. I don't think I've fought... Have we fought one of the Falling Star Beasts yet? Wait, this is actually a boss? Oh. And there's a Nevron foot here. Oh, okay. It's technically got the boss bar. I'm a little worried about us. Well, hold on. Maybe we're not as overpowered as I think. Let's just see what happens when we do... Actually, because we're in Renoir's drafts, these are not going to be low-level enemies just because I put the health modifier at 0. So let's just do this like a normal battle. Let's do a Bushilia Fortify. But we will focus... Well, maybe I'll focus the ad. I'm not sure here what I'll do. Does Lune have Cheater? I don't think she does. Because we gave that to... We gave that to Mael, didn't we? There's a burn. I'll still do Elemental Genesis. Try to do the trick Genesis setup. Yeah, they have lots of health. Ooh, okay, I failed! I missed the quick time event. And just like that, Luna's dead. Creation. Oh, you put inverted on us? Oh. God damn it. Well, I guess we get to find out how powered up our new revive tint is. God damn it. Inverted, no. Oh, I just gave myself greater rush. Okay. Let's do our revive over here. It does revive them with 100% health. Sweet. Does she come back with inverted? She doesn't. Okay. So I guess Minoko and Verso will wipe their inverted status once they die. Can I get a mark on you? Nice. frames. Okay, that's still doing reasonable damage, so good. Okay. This is not gonna be Simon 20 times health multiplier levels of difficult. Oh, I keep forgetting that Verso has a free attack. And he gets to apply all the debuffs. Ah, forgot about that. Let's do Berserk Slash because you are actually missing health.
The fun begins.
And now Minoko will do... He'll kill himself because he heals when he does... Oh my god. Dude, it's actually doing the Falling Star Beast moveset as well. What in the heck? Okay. Took me a moment, but I did remember the timing now.
Oh well.
Swipes its tail. Nice! That one's actually pretty easy to tell. And I remembered this one? Yo! Okay. I hadn't seen that one for like a couple weeks. I remembered it though. I need to rest my party though. So let's get the free attack here.
Let's carve a path.
And then do our new upgraded revive tints. Oh, Minoko still has inverted though? No. So now I don't really want to do free aims with him because he's gonna hurt himself. Oh god. How did Lune, she was dead, I guess, when he went to apply inverted, so she missed the debuff. Why does the debuff not go away when your character dies though? I don't get that one. Okay, Galt Fury, I guess. Yeah, I was just a little bit late on those. Oh, and I was late on that one. Damn it. Man.
Let's have some fun.
Time for revenge.
Let's rebuff. Although if I buff, I'm gonna heal, aren't I? And I'm gonna kill Verso, so I can't do the Bashilia Fortify. Yeah. So I guess I'm just Resin Lune. No, I can't do free aims either. Shit, this inverted sucks. I gotta do anti-inverted or something for this boss.
I won't waste this. I'll do it.
No, I was late. And I was way too early on that last one. I didn't expect there to be one more. Shit. Too early. I did not realize this was going to be a boss. I thought this was just going to be a regular enemy in front of the Gestal Merchant. Way too early. Oh my god, did you get more? What in the world? The Void Orbs are about to explode? What is happening? Gave itself shields and a bunch of Void Orbs that apparently I need to shoot? Okay, frames. Oh, I just hurt myself. Okay, so they can't do anything to those. Can't shoot them. They're gonna explode and probably wipe my party. Oh my god, this is a disaster.
Try again.
Contortionist attacks. That's how you're supposed to do that.
Cut him down.
We got a free attack. Maybe I should attack the boss to take away a shield. But let's res Lune, although I feel like we're probably all gonna die here in a moment when these Void Orbs do whatever they're about to do.
I won't lose again.
What?
Bring it on. impressed. Not impressed.
Versus not impressed. We get it. Oh, he's dead. Okay, there goes the party. Oh, I honestly, this is not what I was looking for. No, that I didn't expect the boss fight. I was not looking for a boss fight. We actually just, we like stealthed our way around. We stunned our way around a boss fight last time that I didn't even realize. Holy crap. Let's not do this right now. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the patience. I wanted to have a little fun fighting a gestal merchant. That's it. That's all I wanted. Instead you're making me, oh god. Kite him around. Kite him around, and then... Alright, there we go. I just wanted to have a gestal merchant fight. That's it. I'm gonna save right here. Give me a save point. I've also had the game running for a little while, so I'm getting like... I'm getting some frames hiccups going on here, so this might not... Even this might not be a good idea to try this, but we're gonna give it a shot. And we're gonna put Verso in. Because he's our solo fighter at the moment, at least the way I've teched him. He gets powerful and rush to start.
Bring it on.
Aberration gains powerful. Light combo. Oh my god. Yikes. Yeah, okay. Versal's almost already dead. And he has confident, right? So he can't heal himself. I probably shouldn't have him as my fighter here. And he took burn damage as well. Oh my god. Oh, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Marked. Not impressed.
Man, it can be so annoying to learn a new moveset. And it's not even a new moveset, it's one that we've sort of seen before, but like remembering what the moves are. Oh, I don't know if I have the patience for this. I don't know if I have it. Oh man, I wanted to do a gestural fight, but it's this. I remember there's a delay on that one. Dark strikes. I hate that this guy's twitching out like this too. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You're disturbing the children.
Time to strike.
Man, my strike storm doesn't hit for shit either. Okay. Takes so long. Takes so long. It's such a wind up. God damn it. Oh my god, this sucks. This fucking sucks. Why is there gotta be 3 of these? Why is there gotta be 3 of these assholes? Man, Verso's counters are not good. There's got to be a tell there that I'm just not seeing yet. I got to remember I get free attack. I keep forgetting the free attack.
Might have.
It would help if I don't take burn damage. You know what? Does Verso, does he have the confident, the one that reduces damage taken? Now that one I wish you would do every single time. Too early. Just too early, because you take forever to unleash your freaking little gestural stomps. Okay, let me quickly check Verso's setup here, because I feel like something. No, he has both confident and confident fighter. Okay, so he's taking less damage. Yeah. Oh man, I kind of looked at his setup before. I don't think the setup is the problem here. The setup is not the issue. There's not a problem with your Luminas. The problems are because you can't parry. You can parry, but you just haven't learned how to parry these moves yet. That's all it is. You got to learn how to parry this set of moves.
Just try it.
Okay.
Oh well.
Way too early. Cool. Oh my god. Here I was saying that I wasn't gonna get into any, into any, you know, any crazy fights today. This was just gonna be a chill, relaxed, laid back session. What was I thinking? Do I even need to go after these guys, to be honest? Or do I just need to beat the gestural? Do I even, maybe I just ignore, maybe I should ignore those guys on the side. Don't even think about them. They don't exist. It's probably not that easy. I probably have to beat all of them. No, how did I miss that last one? I got all the others perfect. And I was late on the last one, really? Man, it's this aberration over here that I just know nothing about. So every time I see one of his moves, we're taking like all of our damage. All of our health is just going by the wayside. That's how that is supposed to look.
Oh well.
Gotta hate that one. There's 6 moves there that you gotta fucking... God damn. And I don't have the tell.
Let's have some fun.
We are not having fun right now, Verso. We're having anything but fun. Fun is not being had. Because I'm burning and I can't heal. And everything... Everything is gone to shit.
I got this.
At least Berserk Slash hits okay. Failed. Failed. Closer. Closer to getting that one.
Let's have some fun.
I'm just, everything's wrong on that one. Everything is wrong. I have no idea what I'm doing on that stupid light combo. That's the one I need to see. I need to see that one on its own. But the fact that it's in this set of 3 enemies, and I have to learn 3 different sets of moves here. Okay, this fight is actually way harder than I was giving it credit for.
I've got this.
So I guess we've done a little bit of learning. But that's about all we're doing here, because otherwise. Still too early. Still too early. Okay, we're gonna give this one more shot. One more shot, and then that's where we're gonna call it. But this game, man, some of the stuff at the end of this game is just absurd. This is just a stupid gestal, and it's like one of the hardest bosses in the game.
Bring it on.
How does that one have so many moves? I thought there was a dark combo. I thought the dark combo did 3 moves. There must be 2 different dark combos. God damn, man. It's so stupid.
Let's have some fun.
Fun, you say. Fun. Let's just have some fun, Forehead. Just have some fun.
Oh well.
Even trying to dodge them, I can't do shit.
I think I'll.
Even trying to dodge them, I can't do fucking shit. God damn it. This game is... This stupid gestal fight is pissing me off. No, you won't manage Versa. We're so screwed. We're so fucking screwed. Ah, this sucks. The guitar solo is awesome, but this fight can kiss my ass. I hate it. Oh my god. My Berserk Slash is doing okay. The only guy I can parry is this dude over here, because at least I've seen him a bunch of times. But we got no shot against the aberration. I still was early. I could have sworn I waited that time. All right. Okay. Get me out of here. This is, I usually say out of my game, dorks. This time it's me. I'm the dork, and I'm out of this game. Because that's where... Don't forget to pump those muscles up. This is where we're going to wrap up this installment of Expedition 33. Because I am tilted off the face of the earth right now. Thank y'all for hanging out with me to the end of the video. I'm so glad that we did sign in to play some Expedition 33 today, though, because we did end up learning some awesome stuff. We ended up learning some super amazing things at these various audio logs. And the pieces to the story, Clea creating the Nevrons, Man, Clea is so central to this. It's so amazing how you never see any of this character, although you hear the Nevron saying mistress. There's hints of Clea throughout the game, and you see the fading version of her in the Forgotten Battlefield, but you never actually see the true her until the big Act 2 conclusion. But yeah, it is really fascinating how everything is unfolding. It's also just so freaking painful how difficult this game is. Sometimes. And it's why I've loved the Ultra Gommage, because it feels like it's our only hope against some of these fights. And maybe that's what I'll end up relying on for that Gestal Merchant. But even if you have the Ultra Gommage, you still have to dodge the moves, man. You can't get around it. You gotta get good, man. At the end of the day, this awesome piano serenading us out. There's no other formula in a game like Expedition 33 but to just get good. Even if sometimes that process is so painful. Thank y'all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.